Lord, I come before you today, my heart heavy with the weight of my own eyes judging what I see in the mirror, the shape of my body carrying stories of motherhood, years of sacrifice, and nights spent worrying if I'm enough. I've let shame creep in like a shadow, whispering lies that my worth is tied to what fades, but I know you see me differently, with a love that doesn't measure inches or years. You formed me, every curve and every line, with hands that called it good, and I'm here asking you to help me believe that truth deep in my bones. I'm tired of hiding, of shrinking back from the life you've given me because I feel less than. Speak to me now. Remind me that my beauty isn't in a fleeting reflection but in the spirit you've placed within me. I want to stand tall, not for the world's applause, but because I'm yours, claimed and cherished beyond what I can grasp. Help me loosen the grip of comparison that strangles my joy, and let me feel your peace washing over me instead. God, you know the nights I've lain awake, my mind racing with thoughts of what I should have done differently. Eaten less, moved more, tried harder to fit some impossible mold. I've carried this body through births and battles, through laughter and tears, yet I've treated it like an enemy instead of a gift. I bring that guilt to you now, asking you to lift it off my shoulders like a burden too heavy for me to bear alone. Your word says I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, knit together by your hands, and I need that to sink into my soul today. Show me how to honor what you've created, not with pride, but with gratitude that flows from knowing I'm yours. The stretch marks, the tired eyes, the softness, they're marks of a life lived, a story you're still writing. Replace my shame with a quiet strength, one that trusts your design over the world's demands. I think of my children, Lord, watching me, learning from the way I carry myself, and I don't want them to inherit this restlessness, this unease with who they are. I want them to see a mother who walks in freedom, who knows her value isn't in a dress size but in the love she pours out. Break these chains of doubt that tangle my thoughts, and let your truth be the loudest voice I hear, drowning out the noise of a culture that shifts like sand. You clothed Adam and Eve not just with leaves but with grace, and I need that covering now. Grace that says I'm enough because you say so. Help me step into each day with my head lifted, not because I've earned it, but because your mercy meets me there. I'm asking for courage to love this body as a vessel of your purpose, not a source of my shame. Lord, sometimes I feel like I'm drowning in a sea of images. Perfect smiles, flawless skin, bodies that don't look like they've wrestled through sleepless nights or held crying babies. It's hard to not feel small, to not let anxiety twist my heart into knots over what I can't change. But you're the one who calms the waves, who calls me to fix my eyes on what lasts, and I'm begging you to steady me now. Teach me to see myself through your lens, where every flaw I count is a brushstroke of your artistry. I want to run this race of life unhindered, not weighed down by the heaviness of self-judgment. You said your yoke is easy, your burden light. Let me feel that today, a lightness that comes from trusting you with all I am. God, I bring you the moments I've avoided the mirror, the times I've turned away from my own reflection because it didn't match some picture in my head. I've let the enemy sow seeds of discontent, and they've grown into weeds that choke my peace. Uproot them now, I pray, and plant something new. Seeds of acceptance, watered by your promises that never fail. I think of Psalm 139, how you search me and know me, every part of me, and still call me precious. Help me hold that close when doubt creeps in. This body has carried me through storms, held my loved ones tight, knelt in prayer. Remind me it's a testimony, not a failure. I want to feel your delight in me, not as I wish to be, but as I am right here, right now. Lord, you see the tears I've shed over feeling out of place, the quiet ache of wondering if I'll ever feel at home in my own skin. I've spent so much energy fighting this shell you gave me, but I'm laying that fight down at your feet today. Fill me with a joy that spills over, a joy that doesn't depend on what I see but on who you are. Your love is a fire that burns away the lies, and I need that warmth to wrap around me now, melting the cold grip of shame. I picture Esther, stepping boldly before the king, not because she was perfect, but because she was called. Let me step into my calling too. Help me embrace this body as a tool for your glory, a canvas of your grace, not a prison I need to escape. I think of the cross, God, where you bore every weight, every fear, every piece of me that feels unworthy, and I'm asking you to meet me there again. The world shouts that beauty is power, but you whisper that my strength is in surrender, in trusting you with what I can't control. For every woman listening who's wrestling with this same burden, pour out your comfort like rain on dry ground. We need it desperately. If this prayer is stirring peace in their hearts, I want them to know about a resource in the first comment below. An ebook called Don't Think, Trust and Surrender, a guide to leaning on you through anxiety storms. It's not a fix-all, but a companion for the journey, alongside the help of those you've placed in our lives. Steady our hearts, Lord, as we seek you in this. God, I've let the mirror become a judge, but you're the one who holds the gavel, and your verdict is love, not condemnation. I need your voice to rise above the chatter in my mind, the endless loop of not enough that keeps me up at night. You created the stars, the mountains, the oceans vast and wild, and still you chose to craft me with care. Let that sink deep into my spirit today. Help me walk through my days with a lightness, not because I figured it all out, but because I'm held by you. I want my daughters, my husband, my friends to see a woman who reflects your peace, not the world's pressure. Take these anxious thoughts, these whispers of shame, and replace them with a song of belonging I can carry everywhere I go. Lord, I think of how you walk this earth, your feet dusty, your hands calloused, your body bearing the marks of a life poured out, and still you were perfect in purpose. I want to see my own marks that way, as signs of a life lived for you, not flaws to hide. When I feel the sting of comparison, pull me back to the truth that you delight in me, that you sing over me with joy. I'm asking for eyes to see what you see, a woman shaped by your hands, loved beyond measure, not a project to be fixed. Let me rest in that, like a child curling up in safety, knowing I don't have to strive to be seen by you. Break the hold of shame that ties me to what's temporary, and anchor me in what's eternal instead. God, I'm here, trusting you with this fragile heart, asking you to weave something beautiful from the threads of my fears and failures. I want to honor you with this body, not by chasing perfection, but by living fully in the purpose you've set before me. For every sister lifting her voice with mine, let this prayer be a balm, a reminder that we're not alone in this fight. Speak to us in the quiet, in the chaos, in the moments we doubt ourselves most. You're near, you're enough, you're our peace. If this has touched your heart, hit that like button, share this with someone who needs it. We're in this together, carrying each other closer to you.